today. May 22nd. Struggling to breathe. I've just actually literally been struggling to get up and go to the shop. The tightness on my chest is crazy. I've said it's inhumane to stay alive, and it's no doubts in my mind. As I said, I went into the gym last year. I started the gym. I went about 12 times, or did 12 good sessions, maybe anywhere between 12 to 15. Not even 12, about 8. But I'm gonna say 12. They've been sufficient. Did 12 workouts or something like that, and stripped every single bit of my sex power out, sex drives out. I've not been 9. Well, I went the other day and did nothing and walked straight out. Did 20 minutes, did 10 sets of 10 and walked home. So this is my point, this is what's reoccurring. I'm walking in, doing enough that they can use in the system to say I've been in the gym, and then they're stopping me killing my power. So they're doing enough to put in the system, and then they're not accounting for the other. So there's 20 minutes, and then they're not accounting for the other. Like, so if it's 20 minutes, they're not really accounting for the over 120 minutes. So they want to account. They want to. I'm going in there, doing 20 minutes, but then once they've killed my power, stopping me at 20 minutes, they don't want to account for the other 120 minutes that I've lost. And I can tell in the video when I'm looking at it now in my eyes, the lack of sleep's getting serious. This is years and years now. This is absolutely years of sleep debt. I can't explain to anybody what kind of sleep debt I'm in. It's astronomical, it's crazy. I believe it's had a serious impact on my physical appearance. Either way, it's got nothing to do with them rubber banding or internalising my drive over my own life. It's obviously suffocating me. Oh, and as well as that, they're making serious Irish transgressions, serious Irish threats into the power of my own life or my ability to get power. Like I said, I'm being forced to speak out about these mental health issues, or these apparent mental health issues, but the fact is they're not wanting to account for it. So I'm sat here now, they've not got me any life whatsoever, and I've now been tortured to speak out about mental health issues that don't exist. So problem still persists. Irish threats into the power of my own life, crippling Irish crime, simple as that. They've created 50 assaults to self, 50 events of humiliation and degrading. All this has been internalised into the power of your own life, so that they can essentially make their own punch bag realistically. So it's frequent decharacterisation, frequent mortification of self, and it's all been stripped out into somebody's institutional self to create a human punch bag. Oh, yes, realistically, I've lost my entire life to become a punch bag for officers to fulfil their own perverted fantasies, killing my power every day, making serious Irish threats, serious Irish torture. Then in the Tesco, when I was brushing my teeth, then serious Irish threats. They've replicated whereby they're entitled to kill my power and I can't do anything about it. So I'm serious to Irish internal threats, serious Irish threats that gets people 99 years in prison, with my entire life internalised, stopping me getting any power in society, with officers replicating serious Irish criminality against me into the power of my own life. So they're just using me as a punch bag where they can fulfil their own perverted fantasies. So all I can say is this is Irish crime, and I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. As I said, there's people that get 99 years and they never see society again for the crimes that have been committed. They lose their lives for it. But these individuals feel as though that they're entitled to do this. They want to be entitled to commit crime, Irish crime. In my opinion, to keep possession of somebody and making serious Irish threats into the power over their own life, it's life sentence. Costing me every day of my life, replicating, making serious threats against into somebody's power over their own life without me having any power to do anything about it, and they're entitled to do it at my expense. So they're replicating, committing crime into my power over my own life, costing me every day of my life. But if I'm making proper use of communications, they want to arrest me, and that's the issue. They're getting away with committing crimes against humanity and blaming mental illness or drugs, and then arresting people for petty stuff. Critical condition, committing crime against my power, some of the most horrific, barbaric threats or transgressions that you could ever imagine. This is serious Irish criminality, humiliating, committing crime against somebody's power, replicating, making serious Irish threats, which is costing me every day of my life because they've internalised my entire life, so that my power never changes outside of a transgression by detective constables making serious high-risk threats against my life. Critical condition, my life never changing, can't get power in society, costing me every minute of every day of my life to be used as a punch bag by officers to blame mental illness. Critical condition, struggling to breathe because they snagged my breathing. I've just been laid in the tent there. It been made apparent to me how much they've actually snagged and pulled out. They'll say they've obviously incriminated part of my character that they've decided they're going to pull out. The amount of pressure on my internal organs is vast. Critical condition costing me every day of life. They need to start regulating what it is that they're actually doing with it.